Warning. Warning. You are entering a territory far from your safe space. You must turn back now, or you will become informed. Go. Now.
Now, I ain't gonna be able to catch everybody clicking in on the live, but you know, I be catching some of my good people, man, my good dudes.
Yeah, Vinny, that indictment just came down in the last few hours. Two sisters will now face trial for the murder of that little boy.
Police were investigating since last night. They were called to the Misty Pines townhomes and apartments around 10. When they got there, they found a man and a woman with
never get a
shot.
chance to hold that baby, hold that little one, kiss her, touch her, play with her.
Larry, until today, this was considered a simple assault case and police had made no arrests. But now, with the death of a student, that may be about to change.
Vinny, this is where things get very interesting. According to the Fulton County Jail website, these two sisters have already been granted bond.
I don't understand why they couldn't just walk away, part ways, not physically hurt someone.
My son had a little confrontation here, and he got beat up.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored. Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
And right now, Faith Abube has some breaking news tonight on the heartbreak death of a 3-year-old.
Yeah, Vinny, that indictment just came down in the last few hours. Two sisters will now face trial for the murder of that little boy. According to the investigators, they allegedly beat 3-year-old Kajuan Mason to death before he took a cupcake, or after he took a cupcake from the kitchen. Here are the mugshots of the two suspects in this case, LaShirley and Glendria Morris. Back in October, police were called to Cleveland Avenue in Southwest Atlanta about a child not breathing. The boy's legal guardian, 25-year-old Glendria, told police the boy choked on a cupcake but later changed her story. Well, a few days later, police had enough probable cause to arrest her and her sister, who, according to investigators, were in the, quote, roach-infested house when that little boy died. Now, according to the indictment, which came down this evening, LaShirley used a baseball bat to hit the 3-year-old boy multiple times in the head, and while Glendria used her hand to spank him on his bottom, the bruises left basically the attack of the two sisters left bruises all over the boy's body, on his head, on his chest area. Both of those women in the Fulton County Jail tonight. But Vinny, this is where things get very interesting. According to the Fulton County Jail website, these two sisters have already been granted bond, which is really unusual in a murder case, but the bond was granted before the indictment came down this evening. So our question to the DA's office tonight is, what happens now? Will these two sisters be able to walk out of jail on bond?
Mid-South families dealing with the unthinkable tonight. A 26-year-old woman just days away from giving birth is killed. Police have one man in custody. The victim's family tells us it's the father of the unborn child. WMC Action News 5's Jessica Holly filed this report.
Carmisha Pipes was just days away from giving birth to her first child. The little girl was to be named Rakaya.
We'll never get a chance to hold that baby, hold that little one, kiss her, touch her, play with her.
Pipes' family searched for the mother-to-be for the past week. No one had heard or seen Pipes since around the time of her baby shower. The family said she missed both her grandmother and brother's birthdays.
Couldn't get any word or any response to her, and we came up with something this morning when we got the call. We found out that she was deceased.
Memphis investigators could be seen going in and out of the red brick home on Spark Street Tuesday afternoon as Pipes' family watched from afar, devastated. Police believe her death was the result of a domestic dispute.
Why? What did she do to deserve it? Was it that bad?
I don't understand why they couldn't just walk away, part ways, not physically hurt someone.
The loss of the expectant mother and her unborn child has left the family searching for the missing signs or clues, pointing them to issues in the relationship. But Pipes' family only remembers the couple as happy and excited to welcome their first child.
But right now, it's a hard time. Hearts are broken. Minds are scattered. We don't know the reasons why, but the man upstairs knows why.
Jessica Holly, WMC Action News 5.
Larry, until today, this was considered a simple assault case and police had made no arrests. But now, with the death of a student, that may be about to change.
Students were telling me that this boy was jumped for his cell phone and died of his injuries.
Tutors, students, parents learned today that a special ed student attacked in a Ballou classroom for his cell phone weeks ago died yesterday. His family members did not go on camera but told ABC 7 News 17-year-old Jovan Patterson Smith came home complaining of being beaten and kicked in the head by 3 boys and a girl. They said he developed blood clots and was hospitalized twice and went into a coma. Councilmember Trayon White knows the family.
We're deeply devastated by his loss. We're sending our condolences to the family. So I have a meeting tonight with his mom and his family in a ward to try to figure out what happened.
Black violence happened. Don't act so surprised.
So far, no arrests in this case. The police report mentions the cellular phone. No homicide charges because an autopsy conducted today will determine whether the attack led to the death. The mayor today.
We did unfortunately have a student who passed away. We don't know yet and are not prepared to talk about what, if anything, happened at the school.
A parent who identified himself only as Mr. Lewis said such incidents are not uncommon.
My son had a little confrontation here, and he got beat up, and I had to take him to the hospital with a busted ear. The mayor needs to bring attention to the youth in this city, because right now they're out of hand.
The school's spokeswoman told us that grief counselors were here at Ballou High School today and that they will be back tomorrow. Sad memory. It was 14 years ago this week that a student was killed, shot dead in the cafeteria in the old Ballou High School. Reporting live from Southeast Washington, I'm Sam Ford, ABC 7 News.
Those 2 people are recovering in the hospital right now, guys. I want you to take a good look at your screen. Police were investigating since last night. They were called to the Misty Pines townhomes and apartments around 10. When they got there, they found a man and a woman who had been shot. Now, emergency crews arrived on the scene and rushed them to the hospital. Luckily, the 2 victims are expected to be okay, but police are still searching for the person who pulled the trigger, and they say that they have very few leads. So if you have any information, call Ashland Police at 804-730-6140. That number is on your screen.
Yeah, that was looking more like...
From inside his cell at a federal prison in Atlanta.
Damn, man.
30-year-old Joseph Fletcher on Saturday conducts a 49-minute-long interactive Facebook video, presumably on a smuggled cell phone.
Now, I ain't going to be able to catch everybody clicking in on the live, but, you know, I've been catching some of my good people, man, my good dudes.
In 2015, Akron police described Fletcher as one of Akron's most dangerous individuals. In Saturday's video, he says he runs Akron.
But, man, I run Akron, man. I'm the biggest thing in Akron, man. Who
says he understands he's been ordered never to come back to Northeast Ohio.
Every law enforcement up there hate me, so I really can't get by up there, you feel me?
And discusses the 2010 murder of 19-year-old LaDonte Smith, also known as Tay.
What happened. The streets is the streets, though. It's a cold game.
The clandestine video getting the attention of LaDonte's mother.
It really hurted me. Actually, I sat at the table for probably like a half hour, just sitting there, just staring, just watching the video over and over again.
During the video, Fletcher says had it not been for this guilty plea by Anthony Smart in 2011, he would be serving a life sentence, appearing to admit he took part in the crime.
Everybody know I did it. I did it, yeah.
He run Akron like everybody's supposed to be scared of him, including Akron police. It's like there's nobody that can do anything to him.
Akron police have seen the video, but they're not commenting. The Federal Bureau of Prisons has not responded to Fox 8's questions about how a federal prisoner was able to hold a 49-minute uninterrupted Facebook chat.
It's not a joke to you.
It's not. It's not at all. In fact, I was actually going to call the federal prison today and find out how he got that phone. But I had heard they got it already, so I'm sure it's under investigation now.
I did it.
Dave Nethers, Fox 8 News.
Police are investigating a homicide in front of Colonial Tire and Automotive. That is near the intersection of NC 54 and NC 55. Officers say they found a man's body in the parking lot just after noon. So far, that man's name has not been released, but if you have any information about the homicide, you're asked to call Durham Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen, 919-683-1200.
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
Fight their asses.